Interview with Luke Fletcher. Take one. Hello, my name is Jose Robles and I am a Los Angeles film student. I was tasked with the assignment of interviewing an industry professional, and lucky for me, I found one here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hello, this is Luke.
Hello, my name is Luke Fletcher, and I am a DP based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And
His name is Luke Fletcher. He is a director, writer, producer, and cinematographer. Hey, good morning, Luke. This is Jose Robles with LA Film School. Luke was asking me about my experience with filmmaking, and I shared with him I had a YouTube channel. I also shared with him that I felt really similar to a character that they created for a film called Like and Subscribe. One of the feature films that you made was called Like and Subscribe, and as I was reading the description, I was like, oh my god, I'm 31 years old with multiple failed business attempts and a dying YouTube channel. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's why we made the movie is because it's like this is such a relatable character, and trust me, you definitely don't want to end up like Joey in the film. we're filming so me and my buddy self-funded that movie.
Oh wow.
And so all the crew worked for free, got paid, like we all like own a percentage of it, basically, like based off of how many days you worked on it. And our very last day is Sunday. We're filming with Eric Roberts. I don't know if you know who that is. He's Julia Roberts' brother, and he's also been in a good bit of movies. He's been in the Batman, or what's it called? The Christopher Nolan Batman movie. He was like the mob boss. So we did the whole movie, and then we're like, let's try to get somewhat, like some decently known, like B-list actor, and we finally got him. So we're finally finishing the movie this weekend. So.
Wow. Do you feel like, so in my mind, someone who hasn't is just starting this journey, and I'm hearing you're finishing a film with a B-list actor, it's almost edited, self-funded. Do you feel like you've reached that movie maker success that they talk about, or what's your take on that?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Reached height of this is so much fun. I'm doing exactly what I want to do, while we were making it, and this weekend, I'll feel that just creatively fulfilled entirely.
Yeah.
But not I'd be getting paid.
Yeah, I get it.
The dream and everything was coming together, and maybe when we release the film, ideally in a perfect world, that'd be the next movie. Everybody's like, yeah, Luke Fletcher, Jared, get on this thing.
Yeah.
Money and do whatever you want. This was the dream thing to do, but it's still a passion project because no money has been made yet.
Yeah.
Only a lot has been spent.
Yeah.
So maybe in a year, but I can't get my hopes up. Filmmaking is just such a tough thing to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hey, we want to go out and make pretty images and tell stories for it. It's that's crazy. That's
yeah.
There's people doing real jobs and building houses and stuff. So.
Well, I'd like to comment on that last thing you said about, it's people doing real jobs and whatnot. I was watching that trailer to some of the commercial work you do, that trailer for House of Pearls. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, cool. This is a cool movie that he has going on. And then the last clip where the woman got in her car and then she received that text message from her daughter saying, hey, not ready to talk yet, but heard you're doing good. Dude, I felt so much emotion in there. And I was like, I went to my wife. I was like, man, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He created real emotions for me. So when you look at it in that regard, I mean, you are doing something real. I mean, sometimes more real than the construction and other things.
Dang, well, thank you for saying that, man. That means a ton. That was a very fun one to make. That's a very dream project for me. If I could films like that pearls, like for different, idea. Really, the nonprofits are the best. They have the best stories.
Yeah.
And it's like, these people are not just trying to make money, they're like trying to help people. So yeah, that's like, if I could just do little short films like that and then make movies, my life would be unbelievable. But so much of it that I'm not showing on my website is interview, B-roll, which is fun. And you'll find like the majority of jobs, so much of it is like showing up to some big business, filming the CEO and some other and people that work there, and then just trying to grab B-roll of them talking around the office, the warehouse stuff, shelves getting stocked up, maybe how the product's made or whatever, and then the interview of the guy talking about it, and it's fun. Like I love it still.
Were those like the first projects that you started in?
Yeah. Well, no, I started in weddings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got lucky and figured out that I like doing film stuff. Well, really, I just like camera. Like, it started out just really liking taking videos. And so I would make so many short films when I was a kid and just like always just begging whoever to be in my film. The first money I ever made was when I was like 14. I filmed my cousin's wedding, made $50. It was just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Because I like was just like, yeah, I'll film it. I had never even been to a wedding before. It was my first wedding. I was like, yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome. There's dancing. I'll film this. Will be the coolest thing ever. And then he paid me, and I was like, and it wasn't even. It was a gift card, like a $50 gift card.
Nice.
It wasn't even a true. It was probably a recycled like Christmas gift he got.
Yeah, that's right. Still had someone else's name on it, huh?
Yeah. Slowly gaining weddings from that, and then in college, I was just burnt out. Probably filmed 100 weddings, but I was just hating it and realizing like this is not really what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
And so probably junior year of college is where I really was grinding on this, just like watching Shark Tank, reaching out to the companies that like just got a bunch of money.
Yeah.
If we could do a commercial for them, just reaching out to like so many, just blasting on Instagram. Did probably like 4 free commercials with just me and a bunch of college buddies, and like all we got was like product from the shoot. Like 2 of those have been like return clients basically. So I like later came back for paid work, but it allowed me to like make a website where I was able to post the commercial, like put the commercial work on there, and other businesses don't know that those were free jobs. They're like, oh, this water bottle company paid him probably a bunch of money to make that commercial, and it allowed us to look like a real business, even though it was all free stuff. So yeah, that kind of just has snowballed, and now I'm finally getting paid to make commercials, and hopefully now the goal is get paid to make movies. My goal would be to continue just shooting 1 movie a year until like that's like bare minimum. And I think almost like if you do try to put the passion behind every film, the client almost is annoyed because it's like, no, it's just B-roll. Chill out and do. You're really they only really want you to care so much.
Yeah.
They don't want. It's like the CEO doesn't want to walk around the office for any more than 20 minutes, so you better get your B-roll done in that time, or he's gonna be mad.
Man, that's such an interesting dynamic that you have to like play to what the customer wants and like what they're willing to shoot, and then still pour like a level of creativity and heart in it, but not too much because it's not going to be paid for or appreciated.
Yep, 1,000%. Yeah, you totally. That's like the really painful part for me, and where I start getting in my head of like when it feels like, oh, this could be better, but I don't know how hard to push. Like, I don't know how hard this director even wants it to be better, or this client of this company wants it to be better. How hard do I push to try to get a slightly better shot, or hey, let's reshoot that again, where it's like you're balancing. We are doing the best job we possibly could be doing. Nothing is random. I mean, there's like the happy accidents, and that's beautiful, but
Yeah.
just so being done intentionally. So
After some conversation, I wanted to ask Luke the original questions I was supposed to ask him from my assignment. He was so easy to talk to that I felt like it was a good opportunity just to share with him two compliments that I had based on reviewing some of his commercials that he's been doing and some of his narrative films that he's been making. Two things I thought it was awesome on that House of Pearls that commercial when she was like in that room and she was about to like start consuming some of the heroin, and she looked outside and saw her daughter's face, and then the face started blurring up. I thought that was such a cool concept because I mean, just the scene was powerful enough as it was, but then that little like sprinkle on top with blurring out her daughter's face as she was looking at the mom, like really like I think struck the nail home on what you guys are trying to deliver. So that was awesome to see. And then another thing was at the end of the video when it was almost like the credit roll and you were showing pictures of, I think her name was Shannon, after she was recovering. I assume you didn't want to show the children's actual faces, but you still used an authentic family picture, but then you used vines to cover the kids' faces as well, but keep Shannon in the photo.
Yeah, man.
I thought, again, dude, I was like, it's such a small detail, but I thought it was just beautifully done because it looks so casual with the vines just draped over the kids' faces. But man, I really commend you for those shots. That was really cool.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Very proud of that.
Again, I thought it was a movie. I thought it was a legitimate movie, and then it was like, thanks to House of Pearls, they do this and do that. I was like, oh my god, I'm in a commercial this whole time. This is the first question that I was supposed to ask Luke as per my assignment. What do you like best about your job? What do you like best about your job?
I guess I just gotta go. The cliche answer is the people. I know that's such a lame answer, but it really is. It's like no matter what we're filming, like having fun is because filmmaking's so hard, and it's very hard to get jobs and do a good job, and it's very hard to do a good job if you don't get along with the people that you're making the film with. And I'm not like I haven't experienced that much, but it's just so much better of a time if you're doing it with friends and it's not getting weirdly political or I don't know, like you're not having to dance around other people that you don't, I don't know, that just have bad attitudes or something. So yeah, that's a lame answer, but yeah, I gotta go with the people on that one.
Yeah, no, I that makes complete sense. I also was going through your Instagram. I saw that, and sorry if I sound like a creeper. I try to learn about whoever I'm like talking to. But I saw that post you put up of working with the Lancaster like Sheriff's Department, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then what you said there is like, oh man, this is so great working with like the elite police officers, and it's such a great time. So that tracks with what you're saying now. So it's not a clickbait answer. The second question: what's a typical day at work for you?
It's super different because I kind of categorize it as like film set days, and then so that's very, film set days, whatever shoot we're on, it's probably going to be a 10 to 12 hour day. And that's, film set, getting the gear out and shooting the thing. And then, so that's probably, I don't know, that's probably like 40% of the days for me is actually on set. And then the rest is just talking to directors or production companies, like just lining up the next shoot. So it's a lot of location scouting. I don't know, it's like crazy how much time it takes just to like get the jobs, and just like after this call I'm just going to be emailing a bunch of people, like responding, trying to set up shoots and figuring out dates. A lot of it is I own a grip truck, so organize, like just making sure, like we just got off a shoot yesterday, so now it's bringing all the gear back in, offloading, which I should have done last night, but I was just exhausted, so I'm going to do that this morning. But making sure the truck is cleaned up, ready to go for the next shoot.
Okay, cool.
That's the day-to-day.
Cool. So yeah, about 40% of the actual work that you love doing, and then the other 60% is lining up the next shot, preparing yourself, all that fun stuff. The final question. The last question is, what advice do you have for a student wanting to be employed in the industry?
I guess I would say learn, if you can, the more diverse you can be and more like learn an actual skill instead of like a lot of people just want to be directors and writers.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. But it's super hard to get paid for that. So don't give up on that. But learn something that is more needed, like being a first AC or a grip or a gaffer. Learning actual skills on set that you can be around filmmaking and not have to do, some other job that's entirely out of film.
Yeah.
That's an option too. If you don't like, and I know some people that just don't like being on set. That's great, and they're writing their movies. But I think it's awesome just to be around other filmmakers. So just the obvious, like put yourself out there. Like you gotta do phone calls like this and try to meet other people. And because you can't really do it by yourself. If you really want to make a great film, it's pretty hard to do that as a one-man band.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that kind of answer the question?
Oh, definitely. That's spot on, and I really like how specific that is. Like because in film school right now, everyone does want to be a director, a writer, or producer. But what you're saying is like, don't give up on that. You still can do that, but right out the gate, be valuable. Have that value add to the people who are there, so they can keep bringing you back on, and then increases your chances later to pursue the directing or writing or whatnot.
Yeah, and you'll meet people that you want to make when you do go to write your film. You'll meet people along the way. That's why I think it's so much better to be an on-set person instead of an accountant or whatever. Because if you're an accountant, you're probably not going to meet your group of your family of filmmakers that you want to make a movie with. Then it's like, oh, I'm an accountant and I have to go pay a group of filmmakers to, and that definitely could work out. But I think it's a lot easier and less scary if you've made those friends along the way. And then it's like, everybody's like, all right, sweet. He's finally doing this, what he wanted to do. Let's help him out and make this thing.
Do you think that's pretty common, like that level of camaraderie of people like wanting to see you succeed?
It would never, nobody ever would be like, oh, he's getting that job instead of me. Like, nobody really views it like that. Everybody's happy for everyone. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of jealousy or anything, because like I'm happy to be a gaffer for my DP buddy because he, and it's like, hey, now this is just a little more fun, a little less stress on me, and get to have a good time, doing my best job for him. So it's a competitive industry, but I don't feel like there's individuals that I'm like competing with.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
in that regard, it's kind of cool. You let the work speak for itself, and then that's kind of the thing that promotes you.
Your lane of like, oh, he really likes doing documentaries, videos, and Luke really likes doing narrative stuff. People are like, that's the guy for the narrative film, and this is the guy for the doc. And
oh yeah. Well, man, thank you again for your time, dude. You given me a plethora of information. Like I mentioned in that email, I'm gonna put together a short video of some of our questions and some of our interactions today, just as a thank you from me as an LA film student. I just appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course, man. yet?
I think I heard it called like a writer director, but I don't know if I want a lot of the director stuff. So I like writing and then maybe helping out with the cinematography stuff. I don't know if that's vague or not.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what you're describing is, yeah, like you're kind of the same as me. It's like I wrote a feature. I've been writing a feature for the last 3 years, and now planning to shoot it next summer. But I do not want to direct it. I have a good friend that I do the majority of my films with. I'll have him direct it, and I'll kind of, might give direction here or there, or have. I like being able to do both.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's it right there. I think that would probably be like the most like non-resistant path, is just to help other people. Kind of, I mean, exactly like you said, learn a skill, help other people, and then eventually they'll help you. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to say congratulations. You had a young one this year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
But after becoming a parent, it's like there are so many things I want to teach my kids, things that will outlast me. So I want to infuse my children's books with like lessons and things that could just help kids out in general, like overcome fears, anxieties, and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, that's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. And I apologize for talking too much about myself.
No,
I had the past few years I changed career paths. Like I was a legitimate life coach and hypnotherapist for about 1.5 years, made some good money doing that.
Nice.
I just did a whole bunch of things, and it's like I finally realized, Jose, what is your passion? What do you want to do? And it was like, I want to create. I want to put out my lessons, and I want to give back. So I'm finally settled into like my path of I need to create. I need to just get my mind out there.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I love to hear that. You definitely, I think we all thrive so much more if we, it's realizing like what you want to do, and if you're not doing something that you love, it's just like, what's the point of, if you can, you chase it. And so that's super cool, man. And I've never met a children's book writer, so that's super cool.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
sure
I did this pretty cool thing where at the end of my books, I put a QR code in the back of the book so that when people scan, they can receive an audio version of me reading the book. And nice. In that audio version, I have a bunch of like cool sound effects.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, doing the QR code thing.
Yeah.
And that's cool. You're like blending book writing into filmmaking like as much as possible. So that's very cool.
That's cool when you said that, man. I didn't even piece that together. Dang, dude, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty close to a movie.
Yeah. Oh, all right. A little pat on my back, huh?
There you go.
Okay, awesome. Well, man, again, Mr. Luke Fletcher, thank you so much for your time. Watching the cinematography reel 2024 that you guys put out on your website, incredible. After speaking with you, you seem like a very grounded person. I love the stuff that you're doing, the approaches that you're taking, man. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. I really wish you the most success.
Thank you so much, man. And thank you for this interview. The compliments mean so much, and yeah, this brightened up my morning.
Oh, right on, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet, dude.
Cool. Well, you have a great day.
Or anything, just hit me up.
Sure thing, man.
But yeah. All right, bro. Have a great rest of your day, man. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. And take it easy.
Yep.
Wow. What a great interview. Kind of awkward on my end saying goodbyes. I can be an awkward person. Right out the gate, I'm blown away. The guy seems so grounded, so easy to talk to. I mean, and just the humility of him asking about me and the things that I'm doing and the projects I'm working on, I think just goes to show you people want to succeed. Like in this industry, people want to see you succeed, and that caught me off guard. And I did feel a little bad that I started talking about myself when I'm interviewing him. I think we all have the outlook on Hollywood filmmaking. It's cutthroat. People will stab you in the back. They'll spread rumors. At least that's my take on it. But then you interview somebody who's actually in the business, up and coming, working on his second film, working with B-list actors. It renews that like good faith in the industry, good faith in people, and that was just a really great experience. Yes, that was awesome. Man, that was awesome. Well, there you have it, an interview with a director, writer, and cinematographer. Luke, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it, and I wish you the absolute best. And for everyone who'd like to check out what Luke Fletcher Films are up to, check out this cinematography reel for 2024.
Action.
Hey, Joey. There's my big Mr. Hollywood.
I'm doing this. And you're gonna watch.
All night.
Come on! Capsules for cats.
We're back. Done.
Bullshit!
Sorry.
This attention is what we need. You ever think about how you can ruin your life instantly?
You met Joey, right? There's something off about him. See it in his eyes.
I hate you! Yeah!
It's not easy. You'll have to be willing to do anything, or you'll never make it. I'm in.
What makes you any different?
Mateo, what did you do? I was just trying to help.
I will never, ever really understand what you've been. Hit record. You want to try this? But I am here now.